The evil genie. Beef had an idea. She wanted to do an experiment. So one day she put a bottle over a tiny apple. I wonder if the apple will grow in the bottle, she thought. After a few weeks, Beef went to see if the experiment was working. It was. In the bottle was a big apple. Beef showed the bottle to Nick and Keeper. They were amazed. How did the apple get in there? Asked Nick. Beef was just about to explain her experiment to Nick when the magic key began to glow. The magic key took the children into another adventure. It took Floppy too. The magic took them to a tiny island in the middle of the ocean. Beef didn't like it. Where are we? Asked Beef. There's nothing here, said the keeper. Why has the magic key taken us here? Maybe there's a reason why the magic has brought us here, said Nick. But what? Moaned the keeper. We are stranded in the middle of the ocean. I don't like the look of this, said the Beef. This is not going to be a good adventure. I'm going to climb up the tree, said Nick. Then maybe I can see a ship pass by. Beef saw something under the tree. A bottle was a harp covered in the sand. How strange, she said. She picked it up. Suddenly, Nick began to wave and shout. I can see a boat, he said, but it's quite far away. They all waved and shouted. The boat turned round and came toward them. Hooray, it's coming, shouted the keeper happily. The boat reaches the island. There was a boy in it. What are you doing on this tiny island? He asked. You wouldn't believe us even if we told you, said the Beef. The boy told them to get into his boat. Floppy didn't like boats, and he refused to get in. The boy had to put him in. Beef took the bottle with her. It's very heavy, she said. I wonder what's in it. The boy sailed the boat away from the island. My name is Kamer, he said. I'm the son of Hassan, the explorer. Why are you all by yourself? Asked Nick. I'm looking for my father, said Kamer. He's been missing for 4 years. Beef showed the camel the bottle which she had found on the island. This bottle looks strange, she said. There's something heavy inside, said Kamer. Let's open it. Beef pulled the cork out of the bottle. Then something terrible happened. There was a cloud of smoke and a genie shot out of the bottle. There was a terrible smell of rotten eggs. Oh, gasped Beef. What have you done? Ha, I'm free at last, shouted the genie. You'll be sorry you let me out. Why? Asked Beef. You should be thankful. Not me, shouted the genie. I'm an evil genie. I hate all people. I hate the man who put me in this bottle most of all. His name is Hassan, said the genie. And now I'm off to deal with him. Then the genie grew very, very big. But first I will deal with you, he said. He puffed out his cheeks and blew hard. Help! Shouted the camel. He's making a storm. The wind snapped the mast off on the boat. Then big waves came and tossed it up and down. Hang on, everyone, shouted the camel. There's an island behind us. Perhaps the wind will take us there. The boat was swept onto the shore. It hit some rocks and turned over. They were all thrown onto the beach. Then the storm stopped. Biff and Nick looked round. They were all wet, but luckily nobody was hurt. There was a big hole in the bottom of the boat. We'll have to mend this hole, said Cameron. Please do, said the keeper. I don't want to be stuck here. Then they saw a man running towards them. He had a long black beard and long hair. It was Cameron's father, Hassan. When Cameron saw him, he was excited. Father, is it you? I'm Cameron, he shouted. Hassan gave Cameron a hug. Hassan told them that his ship had been wrecked on the island. I live in a hut made out of bits of wood. I've been here for 4 years, he said. I'll take you home, said Cameron. All we have to do is mend my boat. Cameron's father showed them a big chest. It was washed up in a storm, he said. It may be full of treasure, but I can't open it. I don't have a key. Nick looked at the chest. It wouldn't need a special key to open it, he said. Suddenly there was a whooshing sound and a terrible smell of rotten eggs. The evil genie appeared. His voice sounded like thunder. Aha, he shouted. You trapped me in a bottle. Now I'll deal with you, Hassan. Floppy hated the adventure and he hated the genie even more. He began to bark and snarl at the genie. Floppy, shouted Biff, don't do it. But Floppy barked even louder. Help! Cried the genie. I hate the dogs. The genie flew away. Hurry! Shouted the keeper, but Hassan looked upset. How did he escape? He asked. I put him in a bottle years ago. Hassan told the children about the genie. He can't touch you himself, but he can get other things to hurt you. Like the way he made the storm? Asked Biff. Yes, said Hassan, but he can only do 2 bad things a day. The genie flew up to the top of the island where a large bird lived. Now I will deal with that stupid dog, he thought. He used his powers on the bird. Get the dog, he ordered. The bird flew down from the mountain. Hassan and the children felt the cold wind as the bird flapped its wings. Quick, shouted Hassan, get inside the hut. Floppy was frightened and he ran away from the hut. The bird swooped onto the beach. It caught the Floppy with its claws. Biff, Nick, and Keeper ran out of the hut, but the bird had flown off with a Floppy. Floppy, shouted the keeper, horrified. This is terrible, said the keeper. We have to rescue Floppy. It must be the genie, said Nick. We have to get him back into the bottle. There must be a way to do it, said Biff. Suddenly, the magic key began to glow. Oh, stop, said Nick. We can't go now. We haven't to rescue Floppy. The magic began to work. Please don't glow, begged Biff. We can't leave Floppy behind. The magic took the children home. What are we going to do? Asked Keeper. We can't leave Floppy behind. Can you make the key work and ask it to take us back? Said Nick. We can never make it glow, said Biff. It only glows when it wants to. Just then, Mom came in. It's time for Nick to go home, she said, and it's time for Keeper to take his bath. Keeper didn't want a bath, and Nick didn't want to go home. They wanted to go back into the adventure. What's wrong, Biff? Asked Chip. You look upset. Biff told Chip about the adventure. We must go back for Floppy, said Chip. If only the magic key would glow, said Biff. The end.